Okay, I'm just gonna start this over from the beginning because my cat is freaking out. I swear anytime I start filming, immediately starts crying as soon as she hears me talking. I don't know. Anyway, so yeah, this is my Christmas haul. Recently, I think I mentioned how I don't really go thrifting very often. Like occasionally I'll go thrifting and maybe get like a couple of things, but for the most part, it's usually only like 3 or 4 times a year. So like once every few months, I will go and get like a bunch of stuff. So I'll go to a bunch of different places. I don't really have a lot of really good thrift stores near me. Like they're pretty small or they just basically have clothes, which I generally don't look for clothes very often. Even though like I pretty much only buy secondhand clothing. I just like don't shop for clothing very much. This is one of those times when I went to get, and I was pretty much just looking for Christmas stuff since Christmas is very soon. But it's one of my favorite things to do when I go to like a new place is to go to thrift stores. And I just went and visited my mom and my grandma, and they have like a ton of thrift stores near them that are like really big and pretty good. But I was really disappointed at the beginning because I think I went to Value Village first and they pretty much had like no Christmas stuff. I don't know if I got anything from Value Village that was Christmas. So I was super disappointed because obviously this is like the main thing that I wanted to thrift. And then I went to another thrift store that's like for the SPCA, which I love going there and supporting them because it goes to such a great cause, but they didn't have any Christmas stuff. I was like, this sucks. Like, this is horrible. But then I went to the Salvation Army, which the Salvation Army in like where I live is really tiny, and they mostly just have clothes in a really tiny section with like household things and decor, like really tiny. And so they don't normally have that much stuff, but the one that is where they live is a lot bigger, and they had so much stuff. That's like the majority of the stuff where I got it from, which I'm super excited about because I got some like really amazing things. And the thing that I love about the Salvation Army is the prices are always like so cheap in comparison to like if you found the same thing at like an antique store or even like maybe Value Village. I personally, everybody hates Value Village, I feel like, but I found a lot of good stuff there. I think maybe for the clothing it is like more expensive than most other places, but I don't know, I've had good luck finding things. And if I find something that's like more than I want to pay, I just don't buy it. So I don't know. I don't really have a problem with them. But anyway, I'm just gonna go ahead and get started. So I did get some more Christmas records, and I think I might, like I have a good size collection of Christmas records, so I think I might just do like a Christmas record collection video maybe. But sometimes I just get them for the way that they look. I really liked the way this one looked. This one's from 1976, and it just has like a bunch of, oh, I think I got it because there is a version of Julie Andrews singing The Herald Angels Sing. Oh, no, I know I got this. There's a version of Silent Night sung by Debbie Reynolds, who I love. I still cannot believe that she's not here anymore. It's literally so sad. Oh, there's even a picture of her on it. But, yeah. And then I got this one. Mainly, I'm not gonna lie, I got this mainly for the, like, aesthetic of it. I love when they have, like, the price tag still on it. I'm pretty sure this is, like, the, like, Woolworth's W, so it's probably pretty old. I don't even know who Ethel Smith is, but it says organ solos with chimes, which I feel like I just like all Christmas music. I can't really think of Christmas music I don't like. And then I got this one called Christmas Drummer Boy, again, mostly for like the aesthetic of it. And again, like, I just love Christmas music. So this is actually a pretty cool one. It's like a German Christmas record. And it just has like, I mean, from what I can like read, like Silent Night. Okay, that might be the only one I can really read. But I'm pretty sure it's just like classic ones, just sung in German. And then this is like everything. At my work, we actually got one of these in. I'm not sure if it's the same one. And they are convinced that I'm the one that bought it. And they always bring it up. I'm like, no, you assholes did not save it for me. So no, I didn't get to buy it. But thanks for reminding me. But it's this Christmas record called A Christmas Gift. And it's pretty damaged, so I have to patch it up. But when you open it, like this whole thing pops up, which maybe, I guess I could go either way, but it's pretty like badly, you know, it's probably just so old, but parts of it aren't popping up and stuff, so I'm gonna have to tape it, I think, and then hopefully it will function as it should. But I just love it. I was so excited to find it because it's just, I don't know, like, they just recently asked me about it, and I was, like, reminded again of it. I was like, oh, God damn it. Like, you guys know better than to sell anything like that. Save it for me. But anyway, so I'm glad I found that. I found it, like, at the last minute, too. Whenever they have records, like, on the floor, I'm either, like, crouched down, like, just flipping through them, and then my legs start to go to sleep. Or I like just sit down on the floor and then my legs go to sleep. So it's pretty much like pain either way. So I was getting towards the end, I wasn't finding anything. I just thought, I'm just gonna give up. But I kept going and I found that. It was like the very last record in the container. So anyway, I feel like this video is gonna be forever. I just spent like 10 minutes talking about records. So should I just go with my favorite things first? Maybe. These, I don't even feel like need to be exclusively Christmas because I'm definitely leaving them out all year, but I cannot believe I got these. But they're these deer bookends. These like scream 1960s to me. They're so amazing. And they were only $1.50 each, which I almost like lost my mind. I have these similar kind of style planters, which I'm sure I'll show you sometime. They're like packed away right now, that were so expensive in comparison. Like, it reminds me so much of those. So super happy. I would have been happy like not finding anything else, but really happy I found those. So that was definitely one of my favorites. This is probably my second favorite thing. This just screams 1970s. This just screams 1970s to me. It's this electric Christmas lamp, and that's what it looks like. Like, the box is so 70s, and it still works, and I was quite excited. I love when I find things like in the box. This was $3, which was not bad at all. At first I thought it was, these were like a little before my time, but I'm pretty sure they were called like bubble lamps, and you could get them that you could put them on your tree too. We had like, it just looks very similar. Maybe it was the same company, but we had like a bubble lamp in the store, but I didn't buy it. I was kind of like waiting to see if it would drop in price, and then somebody came up to the cash with it, and I was like, the worst thing about working in a thrift store when you want to buy something and you don't, because you think nobody's going to buy that, and then somebody comes to the cash with it, and you're like, God damn it, why didn't I buy that? But whatever. This is another one of my favorites. I feel like I want really like weird stuff that most people would think is really ugly now, but I'm like living for it. Like, when I see this stuff, it's like instant like childhood Christmas. But I got this plastic Santa, which I'm like loving. It's actually like a bank, so slit in the back there. He was only $2. I have this like Christmas candle that's like similar, like out of the plastic, and it's like, it lights up. This one obviously is just a piggy bank, but it says Noel on it, and I just love it so much. So now I have that to match. And these, I'm pretty sure you can still like buy these, but I got one of these. I have a bunch more too that are still in the box. But I saw this one and I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna get it. It has like different light bulbs, but I was able to find a pack of 3 of these light bulbs in my local dollar store. This was $4, which actually kind of seems like a lot for this, but you can definitely tell that it's older though, just by like the style of the plug. Yeah, so I also got, I'm like so obsessed with these candles. They look like candy canes. Although I'm pretty sure that they're like melted together. Like, I think I'm probably going to be able to get them apart, but like they're clearly like they've become one piece. Actually, maybe I just got it apart now. Yeah, they are. Okay, that was actually pretty painless. I, like, as soon as I saw them, those were only $1. And then I collect, like, vintage salt and pepper shakers. I actually don't really know how vintage these are, but I just liked the way that they looked. And I don't have that many Christmas ones, so one is, like, a bell, and then one is, like, one of the, like, old-fashioned kind of bells. So I thought they were really pretty. So I got them, and those were only $2. And they came in the box, which I love. And then I got some Christmas ornaments, which I haven't even really looked at. It was really busy in there, so I wasn't taking that much time to think about things. I was just getting it. This was $3, and it just has a bunch of like old wooden ornaments in it, I think. Let's just have a look. Yeah, they're like the horse. I love the like horse. I already have a bunch of them, but, and then like these to me don't really look that old. Well, at least that one doesn't. I guess this one does look kind of old, but the horse definitely looks old. I have this weird thing. I find you can tell the age of, or maybe it's just me, I don't know. I find you can tell the age of Christmas ornaments, like wooden ones, by like the shade of red. I don't know how to explain that, but it's like a different shade of red, I feel. Because I have a bunch of new ones and old ones, and I can always tell by looking at them. Anyway. Oh, that one's cute. He's missing a wheel, though. Oh, here's the wheel. Is that the wheel? Yeah. Alright, enough about that. I got this other bag of, I didn't really get a good look at these either, but I just knew what they were as soon as I saw them without even looking at them. They're like, I'm not sure when these are from either. Maybe the 70s? I feel like they were around when I was a kid, so I was born in the early 80s, so, you know, it was obviously early 80s and 70s things that I'm most familiar with from that time, but they're like the Santas that they're like arms open and you can like hook them onto things. Like that. There was 2 of them in there. I don't remember. Oh my god, that's a freaky face. I thought it was like a snowman. It's like mildly terrifying. I don't remember these. I only remember Santa's, but it came with 2 of these. This is the first look I'm getting at their face. Does anyone else find that like really early Christmas things, like early 1900s, like probably pre-mid-century, is like kind of creepy? Along with like Halloween. Like if you look at pictures, like Halloween photos from like the early 1900s, they're like terrifying. Especially the ones where they would make like masks out of like burlap sacks. It's like mildly terrifying, even thinking about it. I've seen like so many really creepy photos. Anyway, then I just got some like random Christmas things. So like this may or may not be vintage. It kind of like gives me a vintagey feel. And the reason I think this is only 75 cents too is because it reminds me of like a time before people were like crazy, like over commercialized, like running to the store and like like, they put Christmas stuff out in August now. Like, it's insane. Like, months and months. But it just reminds me of, like, a simpler time when people, like, made decorations and it, like, just wasn't all about, like, commercialism. And, I don't know. And then I got this because this completely screams, like, 1970s, 80s, I guess. This, like, doily thing. Since I have a bunch of, like, mid-century furniture, I was like, yes, this will be perfect. I was hoping to find more of these, actually, but I only found one. But it's in really good condition, and it was only $1.25. I just had to move around a little because my entire leg is asleep to the point where, like, I can't feel it at all. It's, like, really weird feeling. So I got a few more kind of along the same thing, lines, but they're just made of cloth. So, I mean, I don't know. They just kind of have, like, a vintage look to them to me, whether they're really old or not. It actually doesn't really matter to me as long as it kind of has that look that I'm looking for, which isn't really exclusively like 50s or 60s, because I feel like my childhood memories are 70s, 80s. And then I got this other one that's like made of like burlap with some pretty design on it. And then this is one of my favorite things too, but I have like a bunch of vintage aprons that I've been collecting, and I have such cute ones, and then, but I don't have any Christmas ones. And then I found this one. It's like really pretty on the bottom. It just has that. I just love it so much. I can't wait to wear it. And then I got some more ornaments, some older ornaments, which makes me really happy. So I got this whole bag for $2, and I'm actually quite shocked because a lot of them are really old inside, like the kind that people are like really, like, people come in all the time to my work asking if we have these ornaments, which we never do, because even if we did, I would probably buy them all. But like the ones with the little like holes, there's like different shaped ones. That's what a lot of them are, which actually kind of surprised me. And you can tell that they're actually old ones because they're like very irregular shaped. They're not like perfect circles. Like there's some that I don't think are quite as old because you can just tell how perfectly uniform it looks in comparison to the other ones. That's what most of them are. And then there is just some, actually there's probably more than half of them are that. And there's just some other ones that are not, they don't have the like hole in them. But for $2 I thought that was amazing because we would probably charge like, I mean, there's probably like 20 or 25 in here for $2. For just a regular Christmas bell, we would charge 25 cents. So we would probably charge like $1 for that easily. And somebody would buy it. So it's not even like we'd be overcharging them, but I just don't like to pay like antique prices because it's just really expensive. And I try to limit the amount of money I spend when I go thrifting. So I want to be able to get the most amount of things for the least amount of money. But I mean, I guess that's probably what everybody would want. I also got some of these bells. I got 2 boxes. I think there's like one missing out of each, but they were only $2. They look pretty old to me, like just the box itself. But they're just like shaped like that. So because these ones are so old, I do have 2 cats. Now, they're pretty old. They're like 13, and they don't really try and climb the tree or anything, but I would be devastated if, like, they were to get broken, just because, like, it's not like I can just go and find them again. And then lastly, I just got this box of Christmas ornaments, which I actually have a ton of this style that are older. I I just can't resist. They're so old. Like, the box is like everything to me. I wish though, this is like my biggest pet peeve with like thrifting, and it like happens like even where I work, and I'm always like, why? When you like, when people write on the like vintage boxes, like you just ruined it. Like, I still like it and everything, but it would be better if it did not say $2 in permanent marker. So there's that. These ones are pretty old though. On the bottom of the box it says 33/4/8. So I don't think they're from 1933 though. I think that would be like too old. Although, I don't know. The tops look really different than what I'm used to seeing. They're like really, really little. Like, I don't know if you can really, like, see how small it is in comparison to, like, here's one that's not so little. I don't know. Actually, this one's really weird. Anyway, that's my vintage Christmas haul. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Hopefully this wasn't too long. I'm always like rambling and like I can never keep it together when it comes to just saying, like, keeping it short. I don't know. I get too excited. Anyway, yeah, that's it. I'm definitely gonna show my house once it's decorated because I'm really excited. This is the first time I'll be living in a big house with like vintage decorations, so I'm quite excited to decorate. And our house is over 100 years old, so it definitely has like an old look to it. So yeah, alright, I'm just gonna say goodbye now, and thanks for watching, and I will see you again soon. Bye. Okay guys, so I've already filmed a Christmas haul, but yesterday was my first day back to work after 2 weeks off, and it's Christmas season. So I literally left work with, I kid you not, a box full of Christmas stuff. So I feel like I hit the jackpot, which I kind of knew I was going to. We're not like a regular thrift store. We also are a consignment shop, and my boss also clears out estates, which is the best ever, let me tell you, because people from a different generation definitely treated their things differently than like my generation or even my parents' generation maybe. You know, everybody needs to buy like the latest, newest thing all the time, and people don't really take care of their things the way that they did in the past, so they just, you know, discard and buy something new, discard, buy something new. Also, I guess the quality of things being made isn't maybe the greatest, but you just, when you clear out an estate, you just find some gems. So the great thing is most people are not looking for like 70s and 80s kind of Christmas things, so it's pretty easy to like be able to buy them because nobody else really wants them, or not many people anyway. We have a bunch of like new Christmas stuff at my store too, so I feel like that's what's really selling. But anyway, I'm just gonna get into it because I don't want this video to be like super long, but I do want to show what I got because I'm so excited about this stuff. So first in the box is this angel. You can put her on top of the tree, but I already have my trees covered, I feel like, so I think I'm just gonna like set her up. This is very like 70s, like, or late 60s, early 70s ish to me. It's the vibes it gives me. This is like I'm living for these. I got these plastic poinsettias. These are only 99 cents. That angel was 75. I feel like nothing says 1970s like plastic foliage. I just, was loving it, and we had two there, so as soon as I seen them, I thought they were going to be more than 99 cents, but I guess in most people's eyes these are ugly, but to me it's like my exact aesthetic I'm looking for, so I was really excited about that. I did get, this isn't related to being vintage, but we're selling like garland, and since I have a staircase, I wanted to wrap it in garland, so I got 3 of those, which I was going to wrap the garland to see if I needed more, but I didn't get around to that yet. I guess this, well, technically it is vintage, but I just got a set of lights, and you'll see the words December 1991 wrote up there. My boss cleaned out like a hoarder's house, and literally everything that came out of the house, which was a lot. I mean, a lot. Everything was like dated like that. Every single thing was in the box and dated. And some of it even had receipts. It was really bizarre. I got some of these lights. They look a lot older than the ones that I currently bought. I got one of those candle things, and I went to the dollar store and I bought lights for it. When I screwed them in, they screwed in, but they didn't work. So I'm wondering if there is a slight difference. So I just figured these looked older, so I'll give these a try. Hopefully they work. This like reminds me of like when I was a kid. This tree topper. It's in really good shape, so I bought it. I just felt compelled to buy that. It was $3. I have a bunch of like vintage candles. Yeah, the candles that I showed with like the almost like the candy cane stick ones, I didn't have anything to put them in, so I was looking for candle holders for it. So I saw those and I thought, oh, I'll try those. That was only 99 cents. And then I did get some lights as well, the colored lights. And then I did find some more like vintage candles. Oh, these are December 28th, 1989. They have these like cute designs on them. I just love them so much. They're 99 cents. And then I got these too. I was thinking of maybe incorporating these into the banister somehow, but again with the plastic foliage and the little bell. One's gold, one's silver. I think they're like $0.25 each. I'm just living for this whole box. I also got these like plastic candy cane things for the tree. There's 2 packages of them for 50 cents. I don't know what that logo is for the store, but. And then, well, this actually was just a box that I opened yesterday. Everyone in the store knows that I love Christmas, and they know that I like vintage Christmas, so my coworker was out back like looking for Christmas boxes, and she brought this one out, and I ended up getting a whole bunch of stuff from the box. So I'm a really big like vintage Disney kind of freak. I have these vintage Disney ornaments, and so I have this mini tree that I decorated kind of Disney cartoon, I guess you could say, because I have some characters from like Christmas specials that I love on there. So this Mickey ornament was in there, so I was like, oh, that's perfect for my tree, even though it doesn't look very old. And then there was also like Winnie the Pooh in there, so I was like, oh, I should get that too. And then they had some like Snoopy, like Peanuts ones, so Snoopy on a little sleigh. The Charlie Brown Christmas is like one of my favorites. And then there was 2 of these, just him on top of his house decorated for Christmas. And then there was also this little like M&M. I think he used to light up, but I don't think he works anymore, but I just thought it was cute. So I got those. And then frequently what we'll do is we'll bundle a lot of small things together and it just in bags for cheap. So this bag, I really just wanted like the wooden drum out of it, and there's another drum in there, so I just got that. But I think this is just in a big bin for sale. And then I started rooting and I kept seeing like more and more of what I was looking for, so I found this little bag which just has like a bunch of like tiny flocked ornaments in it and some satin bells, which I've been on a hunt for flocked ornaments from like the 70s era forever. Like I've been searching high and low, and every place I go, that's what I'm looking for the most, but I have not been successful. I do have some from previous years, but not this year. So then I found that and I started to get hopeful. And then I found this, which it has like a mouse in it that I really like. He's not flocked, he's just plastic, but it's the same style. So I got that. I thought, well, that's better than nothing. And then I found this plastic mouse as well, which is really cute. And I found a couple, these scream 70s to me too, these little plastic presents with like the plastic foliage on them. There's 2 of those. And then I started to find my gold mine. I'm like so happy I could cry about this because I've been looking for such a long time. So I found 2 bears that are flocked, which I do have a few bears already, and I was like, oh, this is awesome, more bears. And then I found this bag of Santas, which I have a bunch of Santas already, but these ones are in really good shape in comparison to the ones I have. Some of the ones that I have are literally like fall, like there's all of the flockedness is, I don't know if that's really a word. I don't know what that sound is either. I don't know if you guys can hear that, but somebody's like on a 4-wheeler or some shit. I live in a super rural area where people literally use their 4-wheelers as transportation to get to one another's houses. I kid you not. But yeah, they're just in really good shape. Some of the ones I have are so old that they're like all falling off and it's just like the plastic exposed. But so, and these were only 99 cents. The bears were 50 cents. So it's like a quarter a piece essentially. Then I found some snowmen. So there's 4 in there. I cannot wait to put these on my tree. And then what I've been looking for, because I already have some Santas, I have some bears. I didn't have any snowmen, but I wasn't, like, it was cool to find them, but I've been looking for reindeer. I've been looking everywhere for reindeer. I've been online searching for reindeer, like, I've been on, like, the Facebook Marketplace looking for reindeer, trying to, like, I'm just like, why does nobody have these reindeer anywhere? I sent pictures to my mom to ask my grandma if she had them still, because she had them on her tree when I was a kid, you know, and they were packed away, and anyway. So then I found these 2, like, lying down reindeer, which were 50 cents each, which isn't exactly what I was looking for, but I was like really happy to find them. I was like, this is perfect. I'll show you guys my tree too, like in a different video. But then I was so happy. I found red ones. These are like the exact style that I remember when I was a kid with the little dots on them. So I found those in red, and then I found white ones. I'm so freaking excited. I didn't find any brown ones, which is what I remember being on my grandma's tree, other than like the laying down brown ones. But now I have 6 reindeer. I'm pretty happy with that. I'm okay with if I don't find any more. But I'm so happy right now. Anyway, that was my extra haul. It's my work haul. So it's funny because I, you know, got my paycheck yesterday. Like, we actually get checks. And with my bank, like, I can just deposit it by taking a photo, which is like the coolest thing ever. So I was, you know, building a pile on the floor behind the cash as I was finding stuff. And I was saying to my boss, because it was, you know, payday like a while ago, I just wasn't at work to get it. So I was saying to my boss, like, you need to go get me my paycheck because I'm probably going to give you like half of it back. But it actually wasn't. All this stuff was like only $40, I think. So it wasn't too bad. But it's really hard when you work in a thrift store, because that's what we're doing all day, is unboxing stuff. And we just, because of the nature of our store, we do get a ton of like vintage stuff. So it's really hard to not get anything, but it's really cool because we don't have, it's not like a corporation, so we don't have any like rules about not being able to buy stuff. So it's really cool because as soon as I see something, I could buy it without even it going on the floor. But yeah, so that's my haul. Hopefully you enjoyed this. I probably will get more stuff, realistically. But I don't know if I'll make like any more hauls about it, but I am gonna show like how I decorated my house and stuff, so stay tuned for that. And yeah, anyway, thanks for watching, and I will see you really soon.
You think you've flown before, but babe, you ain't left the ground. Just wait till you're locked in my embrace.